brethren, wake. Sleep is for sons of night. You are the sons of light. Yours is the glory bright. Wake, brethren, wake. Call to each waking band. Watch, brethren, watch. Clear is our Lord's command. Watch, brethren, watch. Be just like men that wait. Stay at the Master's gate. Even though he tarry late. Watch, brethren, watch. Wake up, O Zion. Be clothed in your strength. Rise from your slumber and break off your chains. Herald redemption and proclaim the King. Who sees returning and the whole world will see. Watchmen sing. Hear ye the shepherd's voice. Pray, brethren, pray. Would you as I rejoice? Pray, brethren, pray. Sin calls for constant fear. The weak need our strong one near. Long as you struggle here, pray, brethren, pray. Wake up, O Zion, be clothed in your strength. Rise from your slumber and break off your chains. Herald redemption and proclaim the King. Where he is returning and the whole world will see. Watchmen sing. Watchmen sing. Watchmen sing. Watchmen sing.
Good morning. It is morning, and I hope that my, headphones will work with me today because I'm going live tonight. As you guys know, it is Friday, and tonight will be the Solomon Report. Already somebody says, why? Why would I move to Montana? Well, because we had a red wave, and while I don't really normally get into the Hegelian dialectic of I'm so glad to see so many more people here than last night. My headphones were having trouble last night where the audio would stop, and I don't know why. They're these great headphones that I can mute, but I wasn't muting them. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and say a prayer that they'll work. But there is a new governor in Montana, but not just the governor. Our Congress went the way of red as well. Now all we have to do is fix our local city council. And what's amazing is as soon as he was basically sworn in, we have the local health official guy changing his tune immediately, whereas this guy was saying before with Bullock, and when Bullock was around, Mr. Bullock, the evil dictator Democrat governor, but immediately the county rescinds local health orders effective immediately. And so they're saying that the cases are steadily declining. I hope they're stopping the testing more than anything. But I don't know that they can decline because these tests are total fraud, right? However, they're saying that the cases are declining, and they went from having these major low capacity. In fact, Bullock has said 50% capacity. If you know, that just means like you couldn't have the full place open. And they had, but this guy right here, Felton, he actually went against that and said 25% capacity. Yeah, Bullocks, right? So he was even getting worse on people at most places, and he said, "No, I want 25% capacity," and you had to sit with your mask on until you were supposed to. I didn't do this, but you were supposed to sit with your mask on and um, wait for somebody to come and take your order. Especially if you're like at a bar, you can sit at the bar. All these weird things. They were, doing the whole 6 foot thing. Well, they're rescinding all of those. They had actually had the bars closing at 10 p.m. The gas stations were closed at 10 p.m. because after 10 p.m. It just comes out, right? Well, not anymore apparently. So we've got Governor Greg Gianforte in now, and we've got our right-wing Congress in, and they said, well, okay, we're just going to lift all the local health orders effective immediately. And so while he's still in line with talking about the VA double X's, which I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But he's saying even with those going on, he'll probably lift the mask mandate. This is a big deal to me, and I wish it weren't. I wish we didn't have to worry about these things, but this is a big deal because the only state not to lock down and not to mandate was South Dakota, the only state. And so finally, we have somebody in here that's changing things. Now I tell people this is so good for our businesses because the bars, people who work as bartenders, when they're not open, being able to be open till 2, they're losing income. Now they're saying, um, you know, uh, sorry, there's certain places that aren't open that late and they don't have to worry about that. But all the gyms and fitness places and everything, while they've been open, they've been like trying to put the mask mandate on, making a kind of a big deal about it. I haven't had anyone personally attack me except for twice, and it was really not a big deal. But oh, your honest question did not get a smart aleck response. The actual response is why you should move to Montana is part of this show. Why I'm telling you. So if you feel like you didn't want the actual answer and you think it's smart aleck, then hit the road because I don't have time for that. But if you want to know why should move to Montana, right now it's all red. I'm not saying it's going to stay that way forever. I'm saying that this is good for a while. I'm planning on buying a bus, and I'm going to turn it into like a mobile home. And I keep praying for more time. And one of these, I believe this is an answered prayer in so many ways, because if he's going to take off all restrictions, all of them except for the mask mandate so far, take off all restrictions. Yes, I live in Billings, Montana. So yes, feel free to come move to where I am, you guys, as long as you don't vote blue. I think there's plenty of room. There's, if you've listened with me and my friend World Bigfoot Radio, there is so much land up here. There's millions of acres of forest and mountains that there's plenty of room for people. However, what we don't want is people voting blue, and they have come into cities like Missoula and Helena and Bozeman, and they've started to try to turn them around a little bit. Yeah, the Freemen were up here. Yep, they were. I don't know that they're still up here. And the only voting I think that matters is locally, because our local vote does have an effect with our local Congress and our local governor and with our city council. And city council is the thing we need to reverse now. Now that we've reversed Congress, now that we've reversed our governor here, we need to reverse city council, because our local city council has gone so Democratic Socialist of America that they were even threatening to try to defund the police here in Billings, Montana. I don't think they'd get very far because there's so many gun owners here. And the Freemen, they just didn't do it quite right. What they did is they wanted to just not obey any law and kind of just tout that they wouldn't obey any law, but there are ways that they could have done what they did without actually having to be fined or jailed, or but that'd be learning quantum grammar, and that's some of the difficulty. So I think the mask mandate will come off soon. Do I think people will stop wearing masks because of it? No. I think so many people here are so programmed that they're not going to believe that we shouldn't be wearing masks. I think they're still going to do it, but that's okay. I'm going to let them. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to have a happy face, because I knew things were going to get better with Gianforte already, just overnight. I'm just so excited. So that is one of the reasons I say move to Montana, because it could be this way for years. Because Bullock was governor for a long time. I'm not even sure how long, because longer than I've been interested in politics. So this could be possibly that we could have things going the right direction for this state. And think about this, you guys. Think about if there becomes a secession. Think about if Texas or some of these other states really are fed up with what's going on. I'm not talking about following Donald Trump or being a big Donald Trump fan. What I'm talking about is if states secede, I bet Montana will be one of them. And I'd rather be in the state that secedes than the states that don't. I'm not saying that will happen, but we have what's called what is it called? Geez, I'm supposed to be a part of it now. I can't remember. The COS, something of states. Maybe you guys can help me. Maybe you know. What is it called? COS. Anyway, it's a group of people trying to get together and actually release government control, and it starts at the state level. So each state is trying to pass this amendment to get less government control, and several states have passed it, but Montana has not. Convention of States, just remembered it. Convention of States. And I guess Montana hasn't. Thank you. I mean, it's in Cali. I guess they have not quite accomplished things here yet, but I think now is the chance. And part of that Convention of States could be a leading to secession. So yes, if you want to get out of your blue state and not vote blue, I'd welcome you to come out and check out Montana. There's plenty of areas, plenty that are affordable, way more affordable than other places. They're still beautiful. They're not far from the mountains. Some of the stuff that's a little nicer and closer to the mountains get a little bit more expensive. But I'm telling you, also, some of those towns get a little bit more East Coasty leftist, so you might want to stay away from them anyway, just to visit. But this is a big deal to me, and I think it's going to get better for the state of Montana throughout the year, even with the evil powers that will be in the presidential office. Now, with that being said, I put up a video last night to talk about cryptocurrency. I know not a lot of people are interested in hearing about cryptocurrency, and they think they've got it all figured out when it comes to money, but I just ask you to give it a listen. Maybe it's not your thing, but maybe it is. So give it a listen and see if I'm not wrong. What I'd really like to do is get people rethinking how they understand the dollar. I'd really like people to stop thinking that the dollar is what they need to use, because what people will say to me is they'll say, well, you know, I trust the Lord. I pray to the Lord, and I only worship the Lord, and I don't worship this mammon, this gold and silver, and this cryptocurrency. But what I will say is that the dollar is one of the most demonic pieces of paper you can use. But we're forced to use it, so that's how you pay your rent, that's how you buy your dinner, that's how you go to the grocery store, unless you're living off grid, right? Which is great. I want to do that too someday. But even living off grid costs currency, fiat currency. So I want to get you guys to stop thinking about dollars as the thing that you need and exchanging it for an actual store of value. Money is something you can exchange for other things that's an actual store of value. That would be crypto and gold and silver. Those are the only two things that are money. So that being said, if you think that $200 or $500 is too much to get into the gold and silver business, I have 2 spots left on this raffle. Just 2 for a membership raffle. Well, you will be provided with $200 to get started on your gold and silver business. So you don't have to pay the annual fee if you sign up at $199. But I strongly recommend, if you win, that you sign up at $499. This is really the way to go. That's $200 towards your sign up. If you win, you've got only $300 to cover. But if you don't have it and you're really interested and you're like, man, I want to get in on this gold and silver stuff, I think that's important. I'm starting to understand money, and I appreciate, Aaron, that you are telling us this. Then you got 2 spots left here. Humble Disciple says, I love your outlook, Aaron. I didn't know you did your own videos. I never got notifications. Glad I popped in. Well, I'm glad you did too. I've been trying to share it because I haven't been getting very many people on live, and I think part of it's the topic. I'm talking about money. A lot of times I'm talking about gold and silver. Jesus comes first, always. My Lord and Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach, comes first. However, we are forced to use the dollar, and I want to get people off of that demonic currency. So, to get you guys off of the demonic currency, we do have this raffle. There's 2 spots left. They're $10 a spot. How do you pay, you ask? Cash App, using this handle right here that says $get money. Yes, I was so creative when I made that. Or you can snail mail to P.O. Box 30394, Billings, Montana 59107. So the point is to get you off of that dollar, which has a lot of Illuminati symbolism on it. So for the people who think that they don't need to, I don't need gold and silver. I trust in Yeshua, my Almighty Yah. I'm not a mammon worshiper. And then I say, okay, send me all your cash then. And they say, well, I don't want to send you any cash. And I'm like, well, you just said you're not using it and you're trusting the Lord. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Oh, okay. Well, look at your dollar. Look at how much Illuminati symbolism is on it, and get off the dollar. I can help you. And thank you for listening to me on Zen. I'll be on there again on Wednesday, which is why he and I have been getting into the crypto and the gold and the silver together. And Zen did sign up with this company for gold and silver with 7K metals. The reason he did is because he understands that this is a simple way to earn income, and you get to buy gold and silver at the best price, and we're helping each other. We're helping each other. So I love you guys. Move to Montana. It's a beautiful state. We've got mountains, we've got rivers, we've got good people, we've got guns. We've got horses, we've got farms, we've got farmland. I mean, maybe this is where we're supposed to start one of these cities of refuge. I don't know. I'm feeling excited about it. I'm in a much better mood than I was last night, so praise the Lord. He does answer prayers. And if you prayed for me, and not that I went and complained too much to people last night about my bad attitude, but if you prayed for me, thank you for that. I needed it. We all have our days. Excuse me. We all have our days, but this is a picture of Montana. This is up Glacier area up here. This might even be Mary Lake. So I've been up there. It's been a long time, but it's a beautiful area. But I'm close to the Beartooth Mountains, and it's a beautiful area. And our friend World Bigfoot Radio Duke over there is in the Missoula area, the Lolo Mountains. So Tennessee is beautiful, though. Even if there's weirdos, man, Tennessee is gorgeous. So, hi, Gina. Nice to see you. That's awesome that you showed up. As I'm ending, though, it's over. That's all I have left to say. Move to Montana. I think it's a good place to be right now. I'm not saying, if you're like me, where you're thinking you might be able to be a little bit more nomadic. I'm not saying buy a huge house and plant everything here, but definitely plant some things, some seeds and everything in the fall and the spring. Excuse me. But I'm going to be kind of living a little bit more of a nomadic life. So, I don't know. I think Montana is the next place to go. And if you're serious and you want me to talk to my landlord, his places aren't easy to come by. They're very sought after, and people are always looking for a place with a landlord like Dave. So, but if you think about it like this, though, I'm going to be helping him do landlord. I'm going to be like the property manager pretty soon, it sounds like. So, I don't know if you want to have to deal with me. All right, I love you guys. Tonight at 6 p.m. we will be live, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, live with another Solomon Report. We're going to be talking about Epiphany. We're going to be talking about Cicada. We will be talking about the QBs. We're going to be talking about that because it's all involved. And then on Tuesday, I'm having Mr. Eric Carter. He is a longtime network marketer. He is a gold and silver expert. He is a crypto expert and a very, very professional person that speaks much better than I do. He just knows how to love people a lot better than I do. I don't know. He's very professional. And then on Thursday, Benz and I are going to start. We're going to finish the book of Daniel, chapter 11 Thursday, and then probably soon after we'll be doing chapter 12. It's taken us a while, so thanks for your patience. If you've been interested in watching watching us do our very simple study on the book of Daniel, thank you for being here. Thanks for being here, and join us live 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tonight. So, love y'all. Peace.